I just had to report.
You want to see them in guys, this speaker is an international speaker. Every design event is always there. Right. He's one of the youngest diamond collector, one-shot diamond. Literally, he's the major visionary of design Philippines. He is the one who started Accelerate Philippines, Accelerate Malaysia, Accelerate Global. Mr. One-shot diamond, someone draw.
Because not USANA, not only because we have a wealth mindset, we know how to have fun, right? I just came back from Flowers in 2 weeks. I just moved early from my morning Saturday, but I was out in Malaysia, then I went to Singapore, then to Hong Kong, I went to every one of those offices, and I'm telling you, none of those countries can compare to you guys. Not even close. You guys got me fired up. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to speak. I just want to pull my contact list right now. But seriously, this is an awesome event, and if you guys want to see pictures, Filipinos love pictures. I think Filipinos love pictures more than anything else. Yesterday I took more pictures. I thought I took a lot of pictures to my wedding day. But yesterday, I think I took 10 times worse. And I think my jaw and my lip is still sore from smiling. So, wow, this is awesome. So I want to show you some pictures. But before we do that, before we do a little bit, I just want to thank the leaders for making this happen. I think this is awesome. Everyone's working together. Yeah? Because you have to understand, like, sometimes, one of my leaders about the 7 sins, right? And one of them is envy or jealousy. The key is to focus. Focus on your own business. Because all those seven sins, they distract us from the wealth mindset that Robert was talking about. Right? So, together, your competition is not USANA and other associates. It's outside. With USANA, we are a family. We are a team together. Work together more. Think about it. We have a packed meeting like this. If you bring a prospect, how impressed will they be? Someone told me if you bring a prospect to a room of 300, 400 plus people, it's 100% sound rate. Because not only do you see the social proof, they see this business not just about making money, but some people join the business because it's fun. Yeah. Are we having fun? Yeah. We're having fun, right? So I want to thank the leaders, starting from Romel Ballard, from Romel, Veron and Daisy. From Mel Clarion. And Miguel. And Matt Junio. And then Robert Francis. I'm telling you, the key to be success is learning. Yeah. If you're new in the business, it's okay. If you're not earning, that's okay. If you're not earning, make sure you're learning. Yeah. Robert, I'll tell you, you don't even know that. I'm like the secret admirer. When he's speaking, I'm taking notes. So when I go back to the US, I'm going to use his ideas. He doesn't know though, but I'm going to use his ideas. And what about thank JM? Oh, I know, don't worry about it. I got these leaders. How can you forget them? JM, was he good yesterday? Yeah! I'll just tell you, he was one of the more impressive speeches I've heard. And talk about speaking, I had to turn my camera and record his speech. Why? Because I'm going to go home and study his speaking style. Because I know I need to be better. Yeah! If I could be better, you guys could be better. Yeah! So the key thing is, when I'm on an airplane back tomorrow, I'm going to watch the video and see how he does the one more round. Because you guys got the best leaders. And the last guy, we have Edward Cody. I'm telling you, he's so good. Because he's nosebleed, right? He can speak English. But he is so good. You know why I know he's so good? He doesn't speak much English, or I can't understand him. But he speaks Tagalog. And I don't even understand Tagalog, but when I hear him speak, I get fired up. That's when you know he's good. So I don't know what other leaders I'm missing out. There's so many. I'm telling you, every time I look at USANA, there's new platinum cases in the Philippines. New achievers, new directors, new silvers, new golds. Right? But who's going to be the next silver director here? Who's going to be the next gold? Awesome. So, I know I promised you, but what do Filipinos like to do most? Pictures. So I'll show you some pictures, okay? So some pictures. This is my journey to success. This is my wife. But it's good news for the guys, because now there's less competition. So we're from LA, and she's an eye doctor, and this is my son, my oldest son. I call him a son. Yeah, he's only, right, he has a Facebook fan page. He has like 6,000 fans. And Facebook.com/We Love Obi. And he's like a son because I treat him. Like, he's lucky. He's like the USANA dog. I was telling someone, he takes USANA supplements. Seriously. That's why he's so good looking. When we in the US we have USANimals, and we cut them in two. And it's funny story, when we first started, he would only, he took it. Then when he was 1 year old, it was like a teenager, he was like teenage rebellion. I'm not taking it. And we put it in the food, and you know what he did? He take it and spit it out. It would crumble up, and he wouldn't lick that part. So, but then one day, about 2 years later, you know, like, you're teenagers, right? And then you don't listen to your rebel with parents. And all of a sudden, one of these days, when you're 20-something, you're like, oh, what mom and dad said, that makes sense. Maybe I should listen. So one day, Scotty was in my house. We have USANA packs, and we put it in a duffel bag. And Scotty's health pack, vitamins. And we went out to dinner for like 2-3 hours, and we came back. And Nick said, I don't know whether to be angry or to laugh or to smile, or be happy. Out of the duffel bag, all USANA pills, all ripped up, all the packs are ripped up, and half of them were eaten up by Obi. So now he loves USANA. Incredible. In the dog, he put his on, he smelled, he stopped going, he wanted to take it. It was so bad that one time, this is after we learned, the second time, we took Scotty, he was staying in my house, we're working. You know, zip up and put them in the bag, don't leave them around the house. So Scotty put them in the bag and zipped it up. And then, when we come back 2 hours later, same thing, USANA pills everywhere. Hey, Scotty, what did you do? I put it in the zip, I zipped it up. Turns out, that he likes USANA so much, we zipped it up, there's a little creek little open like this much. And he put his nose and opened the zipper, just to get USANA vitamins. So look, he's a little dog, he's my baby, he's like almost 3 years old. He's a Bichon Frise, a very rare breed. Okay? Not a poodle. There's actually a website called IamNotApoodle.com. The Bichon Frise. So we love him. He's our son. And then, so he's the luckiest dog. Because his daddy works at home, doesn't have a job. So he's very attached. So this is where I work. So now, why am I really fired up? We just made 1 star with Scott and I. Why are we fired up? Because we have a new wine. Right? One of the keys to the business, if you hit silver, we hit gold, or maybe you hit platinum base hour. This is a good thing. Sometimes people make platinum. They work so hard, they make platinum. And afterwards, they relax. Right? You can't relax. You know, how many of you like the NBA? Right? You like the NBA? Filipinos love basketball. Yeah, right? So making platinum pay center is just like graduating from high school basketball. You still haven't made it to the NBA yet. You gotta keep going. So sometimes you gotta find your new motivation. What's gonna keep you going? So I became diamond, I was happy, and I needed a new motivation, right? So now the new one. So that's my little baby boy. So my new why is to create a college fund. You know, college and university in the US is very expensive, over $500,000. But by the time he grows up, he's gonna be $500,000. Right? So I gotta start saving money. This is tuition fund. And well, of course, I love basketball. So someone says, well, "What do you want Ethan to do? Okay, do you want him to make it to the NBA?" I don't need him to make it to the NBA. If he gets a college scholarship, that'd be great. But then the $500,000 will be my money. Right? So that's my new why, just to work hard. That's him. So now when I post it on Facebook, he said, "Oh, Simon, you're the master duplicator." So that's him. Duplication. So that's him. He's 4.5. So that's him. He's 27 inches long in 4 months. Very long. Like I said, he was a USANA baby, too. We have a USANA baby number 1, Obi, and the USANA baby number 2. The supplements are great. I can give you lots of testimonies about the products. But my wife made sure she took the essentials and Bio-Omega and calcium while she was pregnant. Because Bio-Omega is very important for the brain development. Especially important. So, how do I get started with USANA? I used to work for the NBA. Alright, so what's the guy NBA doing here? So I worked with this guy Wang Jiji. I became good friends with him. I became his agent, and we started up a big agency. So I've been over 200 NBA games courtside. Okay, but you know what it is? Well, you know what happens? So I've been here, did TV shows. But what happened was, I was making money for a lot of NBA players. You know, it was fun. But then I realized one day, I was making money, but I was not spending time with my girlfriend at that time. And also, you know, it wasn't that much money. Because I started thinking, if I want a responsibility, start a family, buy a house, right? There's not much money. And it was, you know, I was kind of selfish. NBA is a fun job, but I got to start doing things for myself. And the most important wake-up call was, see, I've been over 200 NBA games. That sounds cool. The first 5 or 10 is really cool. After a while, it gets old. Just like you go to movies, it gets old after a while. And I was tired of going to games. And I didn't have time with my girlfriend, was getting older. It reminded me when I was a kid. Because I grew up in New York City. And in New York, I was a huge Yankees fan. You ever know baseball? And you ever heard of New York Yankees? Yeah, they're that popular, right? So I wanted to go to Yankee Stadium. That was my dream, to play baseball with my father. And my father was a doctor, made good money, but you know, got a Mercedes, big car, but no time for me. And in fact, it was my grandmother that took me to my first Yankees game. My dad never took me. Knicks game, Yankees game. So I was very bitter, and I said to myself, when I grow up, you know, money is important, because I grew up with money, but there's things in life that are more important than money. Do you agree? Yeah. So I said, I want to do something different. I don't want to end up like my father. But what happened was, working this NBA stuff, I was going down the same path. And that's what I realized I needed to make a change. So I wanted to do something different, and I read this book. My friend told me to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah, this book, you should read it. It teaches you the wealth mindset that Robert was talking about. It teaches you you want to be rich, wealthy, have time and money, you need to have your own business. And the best dollar per dollar business, return on investment, low investment but huge return, is network marketing. But, like many of you know, there's a lot of tons of companies out there, right? Number one, I didn't want to do a company that I did not believe in the product. And I was always into health. I mean, I work, one of the things I do, I work out 6-7 days a week. I love working out, and even at the NBA, players for supplements. I believe in supplements. But more importantly, I was very skeptical about networking. Because how can you just, for low investment, make so much money? So I researched. I found out that you could make a lot, but most people fail because of two reasons. Number one, they don't do it consistently. And number two, even if they do it consistently, the companies fail. Right? Maybe you guys have been a local company like Mel, they know that. So I said to myself, I'm not smart. I'm actually not very smart. All these leaders out there, Mel and Matt and Robert, they're way smarter than I am. But I don't quit. So for me to be successful, it's going to take me a couple of years. So I'm going to make sure the company's going to be around, right? If the company goes out of business, it's a waste of time and money. So I did all my research, and I found that USANA was the best. Because it's a stable, multinational company. One thing you never have to worry about USANA is you don't have to worry about a product, you don't have to worry about the company support. All you have to worry about is yourself. So I got started. I did it part-time for 2.5 years. And I'll tell you, I was not the sport like some guys who, like Romel, gold director, what, 4 months, 5 months, right? 6 months, right? It took, like Nat, a couple months. It took me, like I said, I wasn't that smart. It took me 2.5 years to become gold. But one of the things you have to focus is that this is not a race. Don't compare yourself to other people. Other people may have more experience. Other people may not have children, kids, right? The most important is to focus on yourself. Stay focused. And you know when a runner, they're racing, right? You ever watch the Olympics? 100 meter, it's like Bolt won it, right? When he's running, does he look to the left, look to the right? No, if he looks to the left, he'll get killed, he'll lose. That's the same thing as business. Focus on what you are doing. Don't worry about what others are doing, other teams are doing, other companies. Focus on yourself. The key is to focus. So, and one of the things I have to understand, it's like a tortoise and a hare. Just because someone became gold faster, doesn't mean they're going to win the race. Because what is it stands such thing as a race? In my gold retreat of 35 golds, it took me 2.5 years. Most people, a lot of them were like 2 years, 1.5 years, a couple of months. They had a couple of superstars like Romel, 4 months. Actually, one got 8 weeks, became gold. I was like, man, I'm really dumb compared to these people. It took me 2.5 years. What's wrong? But the thing is, we can always learn. We can always be better. Is that right? Yeah. Right? If you're not earning, you have to be learning. So I kept on learning. So I'll tell you, 4.5 years later, at my gold retreat class, I was only 3 out of the 35 became diamond directors. Okay? So, now that doesn't mean I'm better, right? It could be like someone else beats me to 5-star. So don't worry about what others are doing, just focus on your own race, on your own business. So I became a diamond director. Sometimes, my mom was never negative, but she was worried, right? So you know the best thing to do with negative with people who worry? You prove them wrong. Yeah? So when I put this up, I can see the smile in my mom's eyes. So this is the average income. In the U.S., we put this average income for someone who does this business is $85,000 US a year. That's a gold director income. I did the research. If you do this in 5 years, 5 years consistently, the minimum you can earn is $85,000. How many of you are willing to do that? Right? If you don't do it, what else would you do? Right? Think of the options. So this is what a star director makes. And you guys all know what the income potential is. From 0 to half a million. What type of business can create that? So there's 3 benefits to this business. Number 1, most important thing, you are changing lives. And what actually attracted me to network marketing, in 2003, I read Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. And I did the whole thing. I just didn't read a book. You know, there's 40 chapters. Every day you do something. So I did the 40 chapters. And afterwards, I found out my purpose was to play, in exact words, to play a positive role in as many people's lives as possible. And it made sense because I came to that conclusion after praying about it. It was throughout my life. Even though I was shy and very quiet, I enjoyed helping and mentoring. Like at church, I used to be in the youth fellowship. I'll lead those kids. I coached junior high basketball for the community. I just enjoy mentoring. So I felt with USANA, this is you train, you help people, and you get paid, right? So that's good. So that's how I came across USANA. So you change lives. Number 2, you have time to do the things you want to do, right? Time. So some of the things, I got married. So at an outdoor wedding, one of my dreams is always to have an outdoor wedding. That's one of the things. And then my wife is really lucky. You know why? Because she married me. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, she's way better than I am. Because we went to the most beautiful place in the world on the honeymoon. We went to Bora Bora. This is our honeymoon. How many of you like to travel? Right? USANA lets you travel. This is Bora Bora. So this is like a reef. And you can actually walk around the water there. So this is like the hotels. This is the islands that we go to. So we rent a boat and go to different islands. So I like to work out, right? And you know what? Hey, is he USANA training or some other show? What you got me doing? No, but you know what's important? The reason I put this up is, this is very important. We're marketing health, right? It's important for us to be healthy. And I'll tell you, you know what? You know how you get better prospects? When you change. And change happens in many ways. Changing by what you learn here, by your wealth mindset. Right? Also changing physically. Like, for example, I was talking to Anton. They hear lots that, we have breakfast today. Anton Fabagio. Where are you, Anton? He's hiding it. He's embarrassed, right? So, yeah, because he lost 33 pounds on Nutrimil. Yeah. 33 pounds. Do you have any wonder why he got PPS in 1 week? He lost 33 pounds. Now, not only is he earning, he's improving his health. So your health, your body is very important. So I do yoga. I do a lot. I spend like an hour. I spend an hour and a half a day working out, 2 hours a day. So someone asked me, do I really spend too much time? I was actually asking myself that. But if it's making me healthier, why not? Right? So my wife was really lucky. We went to 2 honeymoons. So we took a 4-month break. Right? I got married in June 08. In July, we went to Bora Bora. In August, we went to the China Olympics. So this is what USANA can do. Back in my old job, if I took a 4-month break, it would be a permanent break, right? For permanent leave. That's what this business will do. And you help people, the income continues to flow. So this is me in the water cube, Great Wall of China. And then new home. This is my old home. You never give up in dreams. This was my tiny apartment. Okay? Tiny apartment. This is how Scott McGee used to look like. I have to call him out, sorry. So it was a tiny apartment. This was my living room. And also the bedroom, living room, kitchen, foyer, everything all in one. Okay? So sometimes when you have a job, it's hard to save money. You have bills to pay, support family, food, rent. But what happened was with USANA, I was able to save money. And then I actually thought about moving somewhere cheaper, but you stay focused, never give up on your dreams. Never give up your dreams. This is my house right now. So I live in LA. The bedroom, the living room is bigger than my old apartment. And you know the law of attraction, I'll tell you. I grew up in New York, where it's in the winter very, very cold. In the summer it's hotter than the mill. Or maybe almost hotter than the mill. So I always wanted an artistry. I don't know why, I thought that was very cool. So my dream board, you write your dream board, had an artistry there. And believe it or not, my house, this is my artistry in my backyard. So, I didn't buy the house with the oranges, okay? And then that's my ride. But most important is family time. But I used to come to the Philippines more, but I made a promise of, never forget why you're doing the business. Why? Maybe it's for your family, also you have to make sure you spend time with your family. So, this is my family picture. Oh, we're always part of family, I told you. Always very smart. Every time I sleep with this Eric, he'll come to sleep with us. And we're traveling, this is near where I live. I like mountain biking. Biking, this is what your son can do for you. And then time with my son. So I still work, time, I learned one thing. Time freedom sometimes is not, I don't know, after you have a baby, a kid, there's no such thing as time freedom. Because if I want to go biking but a baby's crying, I'm not biking, I got to take care of the baby, right? But what you do have is time flexibility. I still want to build my business at work, but I choose when I want to go. Like, in the Philippines, these guys, they work, you guys, I love you guys. You guys have the best work ethic. You guys work me to, work me hard. Right? So, but I work here, but when I go back home, I chill out and hang out more. So I get to choose when I want to work and choose when I don't want to work. Normally when he's up, I spend time with him. When he's sleeping, then I do my thing. That's time flexibility. So play with him. His mommy. He gets his good looks from his mommy and daddy. See him? And there's a family picture. Duplication again. And the next shot, how many of you guys are so young, most of you guys are so young. Or you look young. And I wish I'm actually a lot older than you think I am. I'm going to tell you how old I am. But I wish I started early like you guys. How many of you are 25 or under? Everyone's raising their hands. How about 24 and under? 23. You guys are so lucky. 21. 20. 19. Awesome. 18. 19. Over 7 is more 18-year-olds than 19-year-olds. Well, I'll tell you, I got the 2 newest youngest associates. They beat you all. These are the 2 youngest. So I trained them early. They're listening to you started training already. They're paying attention. Very good. So what does it take to be successful? I'm just going to wrap it up, show some pictures. Yeah? Because we had a great day. Everything I said, here's the funny thing. Everything I say is the same thing. You read in a book, you hear from Mel, from Romel, Nat, Robert, JM. It's the same stuff. We call it the same stuff. What does that tell you? Success is not that complicated. It's the same thing. Mindset. Change your mindset. Changing the way things are. I'm telling you, if things don't work out, don't analyze the outcome. Analyze the process. Right? If things don't work out, doesn't mean your salary doesn't work. It means it didn't work for you. So how can you change to make it work? That's the key. So if you go to celebration, does it work? It definitely works. Right? That's why it's so important to go to USANA events. Any type of training events is critical. I think, all the leaders said this 10 times, but it's so important because every time you go there, you cannot deny that it does not work. Is that right? Yes. And even in the U.S., if you don't go to a convention to the U.S., I don't even work with you because I've never met anyone that's made money that does not go to events. right? So you have to go to events. So if you're not going to make money, that means I'm wasting my time, you're wasting your time. Right? They just don't even start. So make sure you go to the next event. So I'm going to go through some real quick stuff, okay? And then so all the stuff you said, you heard from Robert, you heard from everyone else. Remember, you must change. You have to develop that wealth mindset. First, most important thing is vision. You must have a vision, committed vision. Doesn't matter whether you're new, you don't make any money, but that's okay. If you're crazy and passionate about your vision, you'll be successful. People will follow you. You may be weird, but don't worry, because successful people are all weird. And you attract those weird people. Right? Wasn't like Steve Jobs weird, never went to school. Right? Wasn't Bill Gates weird? Mark Zuckerberg weird? All the successful people are different. They're weird. Albert Einstein, they said he like basically couldn't pass second grade. Weirdest guy, turned out to be the smartest guy. Weirdest guy. I'm probably one of the weirdest people. I'm probably the only person in this room that does not own a TV. Very weird. Right? And I actually don't watch TV. I actually find the better things in my wife. You know, spending time with my son or spending quality time to just sit in front of the TV. You know what a TV is? It's the electronic income reducer. Because the more you watch, the dumber you get. What? And also the poorer you get. Because when you watch TV, who's making money? The network, the actors, actresses, or athletes. So one day I woke up and say, I want to make money for myself. I want to use that time to focus on my business. And even if it's late at night, I have no one to talk to, I will read and learn. Right, I was just talking to the blogging team this morning in a brunch that, you know, Scotty and I, we invest so much money in self-development. Reading. I mean, thousands of dollars each year on books and seminars. Because you can take my money, you can take my car, my house, but you can never take what you get up here. Vision. The most important thing. Right? You want to start new markets? This is how we started. Some newsletters. I had a vision. I wanted to grow out in Asia. I went out, and I didn't even know what country. I didn't even know Philippines. I never thought I would be in the Philippines. First stop was Malaysia. I went there. The committed vision. Look how much the newsletters, projectors, everything. Second, then I had a Malaysian team. Then, Philippines. Tell me, the Philippines. This is 2008. I was married. I wasn't thinking of going there. I'll support my team members. But I'll tell you, someone found Ed Miguel. I mean, Ed never quit. You know why? Because I'll tell you, Ed Miguel. Yesterday, probably a big part of the celebrations in my downline. People ask, oh, Simon, how many direct sponsors do you have? And I have to be humble enough to say, I didn't sponsor anyone. Ed Miguel was found by someone in my downline. On Facebook. True story. But somehow, that guy, how many of you wanted Ed Miguel in your downline? Right? The leader, right? Well, what happened was, the guy quit. He found Ed Miguel, but he quit. So, hey, it's okay. Thanks for finding him. I went right in. Okay? So that's how this whole team started. This is the original members. Look at this is Nat Sumio, Ed Miguel. This is our first group. Ed, I bet you didn't remember these pictures. This is us taking to the airport back in 2008. I love you guys. This is, the work ethic. I remember, I'll tell you one thing. Yesterday Nat was talking about how this all started, right? The Simon, I rented an apartment at Mega Plaza. And he said, well, Simon took a lot of guts, a risk. You guys just believe us and make a commitment to him now. That was a lot of risk. And my first reaction was, well, you know what? I've been screwed enough in business. And thank you, you learn a lot of business skills. Better than a job. I've actually met a lot of, there's good apples and bad apples. I've met a lot of prospects with bad apples. I've met enough bad apples to know that when I find something like no, Clara and Ed Miguel, I knew they were great apples. It's that gut feeling. But even, I was like, today I was working out. You know, when I work out in the morning, I get a lot of ideas. I was like, well, it actually wasn't really a risk. Of course, I had to put it in, you know, I made 1 year lease to an apartment, and of course, you know, I got ripped off because I was urgent. I don't speak Tagalog, right? So, but was it really a risk? And I said to myself, it wasn't really a risk because of two reasons. Number one, is you sell a great opportunity or what? Yeah, okay, yes, right? So, even if it didn't work out with Mel or Ed, what's the most I could have lost? I could have lost some money. But money you can always get back. But you can never get back opportunity. You can never get back opportunity like you saw. So there was no risk. Right? Number two, I was your vision. How committed are you to your vision? I was 100% committed to Philippines. So even if it didn't work out with Mel or Ed, I had an apartment. And I'll still be committed and will make no difference. Because if this is your vision, your success, your prospects, you want to get better prospects, it's all about your vision and how committed you are to that vision. So get your vision clear, crystal clear. So these are all pictures, how we started. The last thing, I'm going to skip on this. This is all my motivation. Dream board, self-development. Self-development is crucial. This is like 90% of the books I've read in the last 7 years. It's so important. If you're not earning, make sure you're learning. And sooner or later you'll learn. It took me 2.5 years to become gold. But sooner or later I made it. You know, it's so important. I started reading to Ethan already. In 3 months we started reading to him. You know, I read Chinese to him. His mommy reads English to him. We make sure he's bilingual. It's so important. And last pictures. At 1 star, okay? But I started, next time you go to training, I'll show you when I first started with nothing. Leaders set the pace. You set the pace. Sometimes people say, I want to motivate my downline. Simon, how do you motivate your downline? My downlines? You don't do anything. Very simple. You motivate your downlines by going fast yourself. Yeah. You are the train. You're leading the train. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if I wasn't building the business, as Romel wasn't building, how motivated you to be following these leaders? Not very motivated. So they're working, Mel's working, Nat is working. That's what you guys are motivated. Right? So you can go fast. You go fast, your business goes fast. You slow down, it slows down. You stop, stops. You go backwards, your business slides. You flip over, your business derails. So how fast are you going to go? You can be like this, or you want to be like this? Yeah. That's what you want. Fast. Prospecting. You know, it pays the price. You need to pay the price. Okay, you want to be successful? This is what it takes. Everyone has the stories. Sal McGee was a waiter, but you need to follow a prospect. Nowhere to hide. So he go to the bathroom, get us paying. But here's a pen, but no paper. So you use toilet paper. You can make money or you can make excuses. Yeah. But you cannot make both. If there's a will, there's a way. So when things get tough, you go back to your dream board. Okay? Best part of the business, personal growth. Success is a journey. You here learning, reading, learning, hearing from the speakers. I remember when I was where you guys are. And years from now, you'll remember where you are. Daily tips, you can go to my Facebook fan page. Okay, Facebook.com/Simon W. Chan. You can subscribe to my blog. I write a weekly blog. And so I'm going to leave this up. But I'm going to ask you, challenge you 3 things. Number 1, what is your vision? Close your eyes, everyone. Five years from now, through USANA, who are the friends whose lives you're going to impact. 5 years from now, how's your life going to change? And 5 years from now, what dreams will you fulfill? You can open your eyes.